George Russell has some career advice for Max Verstappen, imparting words of wisdom to the three-time champion along with an open invitation to join Team Mercedes. As Red Bull's grip appears to be slipping both on and off the track, the future of their star driver is now under the spotlight. Though Verstappen is signed with Red Bull until 2028, rumors are swirling that he might be considering a move, with Mercedes emerging as the prime contender for the Dutch dynamo. With this in mind, current Mercedes driver George Russell shared his thoughts on a potential link-up with a three-time world champion. Russell is unfazed by the prospect of teaming up with a driver as talented as Verstappen. He told the Daily Mail, "I had the biggest challenge of joining Mercedes against the greatest driver of all time statistically, and I performed against him." Russell was referring to none other than seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Since joining Mercedes in 2022, Russell has done an outstanding job partnering with a British legend. In his debut year, he even outperformed Hamilton, making waves in the paddock. With that experience under his belt, Russell is more than ready to take on the challenge of having Verstappen as his teammate. On the other hand, Russell spoke about both his and Verstappen's futures, advising the Dutchman to take his time and carefully evaluate his options, just as he plans to do in the coming months. He said, "Max can take a year off for 2026 to see which the best team is. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he did that. He feels this way because, come 2026, new engine regulations are set to shake up the grid. The pecking order could change drastically, and Verstappen wouldn't want to find himself on the wrong end of it." Russell added that while he is currently committed to Mercedes, his ambitions could eventually lead him to explore other opportunities. Russell has had a reputation as a top driver since his Williams days. He joined Mercedes with a clear goal in mind, to reach the summit of F1. Unfortunately for him, that hasn't been possible so far due to the Brackley-based outfit's struggles. On the other hand, the 26-year-old reaffirmed his faith in the team. Russell added, "I am a loyal guy, and Mercedes has given me the opportunities, but I want to be a world champion. That's not us at the moment." He understands that the employees at Mercedes are working tirelessly to make them a championship-winning powerhouse once again. Russell also pointed to McLaren as a prime example of a team that has managed to turn things around. The Woking-based outfit was out of contention for points at one stage in 2023, but now they are on the verge of becoming the top team in F1. Russell hopes for a similar trajectory for Mercedes and is eager for these changes to come swiftly. Verstappen made history as the youngest ever driver to race in F1 in 2015, debuting for Red Bull's junior team at Toro Rosso at the age of 17 years, 5 months, and 15 days. Although he clinched victory in his first race for Red Bull Racing at the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, the Dutch sensation managed only 9 more wins over the next 4 seasons, as Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes dominated the sport. Given a competitive car in F1's 2021 season, his 7th full campaign, Verstappen dethroned Hamilton and has since emerged as the standout driver of his era, securing victory in 49 out of the last 74 races. Despite a lot of success in junior categories, Russell has only managed a single victory since entering F1 with Williams in 2019, which came with a 1-2 finish for Mercedes at the 2022 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Continuing his interview with the Mail, Russell talked about Verstappen's prolonged journey to success and the enduring career of Fernando Alonso, who recently extended his contract with Aston Martin into his mid-40s. Russell sees these examples as reassurance that he still has ample time to fulfill his potential. "What gives me hope is that Max was in his 7th season when he fought for a title. I'm in my 6th, I'm 26, and Fernando Alonso is 43. Seeing him perform as he is, I see no reason why I can't go into my 40s, so I know my time will come. I'm not worried at all." Verstappen and Red Bull have encountered their toughest challenge in recent weeks, with McLaren's Lando Norris and Ferrari's Charles Leclerc securing victories in Miami and Monaco respectively. Despite Mercedes' challenges during the Grand Effect era, Russell remains hopeful that an opportunity to contend for the World Championship will arise in due time. He said, "I believe we will get our chance. Now, it is Max's chance, but for the first 6 years it wasn't, which was frustrating for him. I have to keep working hard and not lose motivation, because you don't know when that chance will come. Lando, Charles and I have won races, but none of us has had the chance to fight for championships." Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has acknowledged that in 2024, the team will rely more heavily on the Max Verstappen factor to combat the increasing competition from its Formula One rivals. Verstappen kicked off the current season with 4 wins out of the first 5 races, showcasing Red Bull's continued dominance with the latest ground effect cars. But Verstappen faced difficulties and finished 6th in Monte Carlo, expressing frustration that his RB20 car couldn't handle bumps and curbs as effectively as the Ferrari or McLaren cars could. He revealed that his weakness in the Austrian outfit's car has persisted since 2022, but the narrowing performance gap across the grid has now magnified this vulnerability. Marco has elaborated on how Red Bull's philosophy contributed to those challenges, and expressed his expectation that Red Bull will still maintain an advantage on more traditional tracks. He shared this insight with F1 Insider, saying, "Our car has a concept in which we have focused on aerodynamic efficiency, and we cannot lift it off the ground to better digest the curbs unless we lose a lot of downforce. I think we still have an advantage on traditional circuits. If we are not ahead in Barcelona, then we will really have a problem." Marco also showed confidence that Verstappen can overcome the challenges that Red Bull may face on upcoming circuits, where managing bumps and curbs is crucial for lap time. On circuits where we won't be the most competitive, we can count on the Verstappen factor. He is in full form and makes the difference, the Austrian added. Verstappen agrees with Marco's assessment, saying that the smoother asphalt at Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya should suit Red Bull's performance better, but the 3-time world champion has emphasized the need for Red Bull to address the specific issue that caused problems in Monaco, aiming to ensure competitiveness across all circuits. "I mean, Spain has no bumps, so that's probably better for us. But some tracks with bumps where you have to ride curbs, there are definitely a few tracks not ideal for us," he said. "But also probably some races suit our car more. We know where we have to work on. There's one clear direction where we are still lacking quite a bit of performance, and already if we can fix that, our car can be better on every single track." Ralf Schumacher, like George Russell, has openly encouraged Max Verstappen to think about a move from Red Bull to Mercedes, pointing at potential advantages for both the driver and the team following the Monaco Grand Prix. Such a decision could have a huge impact on the Formula One landscape, particularly given the reported internal conflicts within the Milton Keynes team. The implications of a high-profile move like this are substantial. Verstappen, currently with Red Bull, a team that has consistently delivered a championship-contending car since the regulation changes in 2022, could shift the dynamics within the F1 paddock. Should Verstappen choose to join Mercedes, it could inject fresh energy into Mercedes' quest to reclaim the top spot on the podium, especially if Red Bull encounters performance challenges as Schumacher predicts. Delving deeper into his post-Monaco interview, Schumacher expanded on how Verstappen's exceptional skill set could be a boon for Mercedes. "The breakup and the current power struggle would definitely make me think about moving if I were him, especially because he wants to show that he is world champion not only because he has the best car, but because he is the best driver." Schumacher's comments suggest that the challenge of showcasing his versatile championship-winning abilities in a less dominant car could serve as a tempting motivator for Verstappen. The idea of starting up a team like Mercedes again attracts him, and he can do it. Max has an incredible touch with the car. He can get 2 or 3 tenths more out of it than any other driver. What do you think? Is a move to Mercedes a wise move for Max Verstappen? And what do you think of George Russell's suggestion that he take a sabbatical in 2026? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for the hottest F1 news.